a 2012 fellow in Nonfiction.
Yeah.
Thank you. I must tame the microphone. I'd like to share a moment from Rapid Progression, a memoir. The man whose face peered from the coffin's edge had been my father, but he had not been my friend. To me, he was someone to be obeyed, someone me and my siblings crossed or disappointed at our peril. As late as my last visit, his authority loomed despite the dilapidations of his age. Greeting him with a hug, I accidentally stepped on his foot. He broke our reunion spell with a curse that summoned all the old fear. Our alone times had been so rare, I'd memorized them the way I'd memorized my first hurts. A Christmas with too few presents, a scoop of ice cream that falls from your cone onto the street. When I was 8, hospitalized for 2 weeks with some inexplicable paralysis of the legs, he'd visit every night and bring me an orange. I'd watch his dry, work-worn hands strip away the skin. We'd share the sections in silence, both of us defeated by the mystery of why my legs wouldn't work. Each time he stood to go, I'd start to cry. Shush, he'd scold. Don't you start that acting up now. I'll be back tomorrow. You be a big boy now. The ailment, whatever it was, went away on its own. 8 years later, he taught me how to drive. A few nights a week, his sharp, bright yell roused me from my schoolwork with a business-like, "Come on, boy, let's go." In his red Plymouth station wagon, we'd drive to one of the shopping centers out in the Cincinnati suburbs. By then, their stores would be closed, and on that great vacant expanse of cement, he'd make me take the wheel. His voice punctuated the night's gloom. "Turn left. Watch your speed now. Keep your hands at 9 and 3 o'clock. Don't you ever let me catch you driving with one hand." When it rained or snowed, we'd pretend I was on some hypothetically frozen highway. On Daddy's command, I'd hit the brake hard. His aim, force a skid so I could practice pulling out of it, righting myself. Nothing filled me with more fear. I loathed the sound of the wheel's shiny squeal, how I jolt forward in my seat when my foot slammed the pedal. What a sigh I breathed when those sessions ended, and raised a silent cheer when the forecast vowed no precipitation. Commands, admonishments, and warnings. Be it driving instruction or daily interaction, these felt as close as we ever got to real conversation. With other adults, I gabbed effortlessly, but he made it clear that we were not equal partners. Familiarity, failure to button an address with "yes, sir" or "no, sir" could earn you a slap into the next state. Our nights spent turning, braking, and parallel parking in vacant lots were marked by big holes of our familiar silence. Yet I felt close to him then, more so than at any other time in our lives. Staring ahead into the night, he and I were a family of 2, not 12. The knowledge that I had his full attention quieted most of my ambivalence about learning to drive. He was past 50 when I was born, too weary with work and age to toss a ball or suffer that talk about sex. But he loved to drive. And in that willingness to share his passion, we bonded as much as we ever would out there in the dark suburban cold. The silent nights broken only by the car heater's whooshing hum. Thank you.